today I want to talk about should you pull for the upcoming Umamusume banners featuring Wedding Curren Chan, Wedding Fine Motion, and the support card banner featuring SSR Haru Urara, a power card, and SSR Ikuno Dictus, a stamina card. Actually, I just noticed she has a really cute Chinese dress or something. Guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe and use code MAMBO for 10% off your gamer subs. I need it because I got hacked recently. No, I'm just kidding, but I would appreciate if you show some support. Let's get right into it. So, Curren Chan, Ma Chérie of the New Moon. Very, very, very pretty, very beautiful dress. One of the best outfits, I would say. Curren Chan has a very, very classy dress. We have a turf, a sprint, a pace, 10% speed, 10% power, 10% wit. Okay, if you guys don't know already, Curren Chan is a very well-renowned sprinter. Okay, and we could see this with her real-life race record. I believe she has basically a 50% win rate, which is really crazy in the world of horse racing. She went on a pretty nice streak from the Yamashiro Stakes all the way to the Sprinter Stakes to win her first G1. Went back to win another G1 in the Takamatsu no Miya Kinen, and tried the Sprinter Stakes again on in 2012, unfortunately finishing second to Lord Kanaloa. Let's take a look at Curren Chan's animations and her unique skill. Very cute. Very Curren Chan. The pinky. Pinky's out. One in doubt, pinky out. Very good ult. Very good ult. I mean, not much else to say there. I mean, Curren Chan has it all. So does that translate to her gameplay? Okay, is the question. Curren Chan has a unique skill. One true color. If positioned toward the front with 350 meters or less remaining, and there is another Umamusume close behind, the determination to stay ahead makes it easier to break out of the pack. 350 meters left. If you're a pace chaser position, if someone is pressuring you, then you're going to get speed and a really good boost of acceleration as well. What are the tracks that this unique skill is good on? And pretty much it's going to reflect her real life career, from what I can understand anyway, in that she does pretty well on the Sprinter Stakes and the Takamatsu no Miya Kinen. Sprinter Stakes basically does not have a straight until the late race portion, okay? It does not have a straight until the late race portion. The late race starts 400 meters left, so you have to like cross 50 meters in before you get this acceleration boost here, okay? But, I mean, 50 meters in is not too much, and all things considered, this is a pretty well-timed acceleration. If we look at Takamatsu no Miya Kinen as well, we also have a late race portion starting at 400 meters left. So you're just like 50 meters in and you're just going to accelerate and just speed on through, right? Get a really good boost of speed and excel. And pretty much, like, does this have any viability in other racetracks? The answer is not really, because of this clause that it needs to be 350 meters or less. And so, like, you're not really getting this really good acceleration boost in anything that's like relevant after sprints. You will get the speed boost, but it's like a pretty mediocre speed boost, right? All things considered. In other words, Curren Chan's unique skill is most well suited for the sprint tracks, Sprinter Stakes, and Takamatsu no Miya Kinen. And you can expect to see her do pretty, if not very, very well. As far as like as a parent goes, she doesn't really give too much acceleration. So I wouldn't say she's like, oh, like a sprinter must have parent. Obviously, sure, it'll do pretty nicely with other pace chasers, but it's just not, I mean, you get 2 second less duration. The efficacy is severely reduced. I would just say that Curren Chan herself would be a very good racer, not necessarily a great parent, okay? Pace chaser corners, she does have. You do have hesitant front runners, which is really nice. And you also have Intimidate, which is a very good debuff for sprinters because you have a current speed debuff and it encourages her to run in the style that she wants. She wants to be in the pace chaser sort of position. We have Adored by All, which is another speed debuff as well. And we also have basically a sprint straight acceleration, which could double up. Like, basically the idea with sprinting gear or turbo sprint, I probably wouldn't go with turbo sprint. I'd probably stick with sprinting gear. Is for the Sprinter Stakes, the only straight on this is in the acceleration zone. On top of this, with Takamatsu no Miya Kinen, how the straight acceleration works is that it'll first pick a straight. So there's one straight, there's two straights. So it's a 50-50 shot that you'll land on the right straight, and then it's a random like spot on that straight. So it's like over here, it's not as good. But for sprinter stakes, like it's pretty all right. It's a little late though, I would say. And so that's why I wouldn't really go for the gold version. I'd still stick with the white version. Other than that though, I mean, she has a really good unique skill for the sprinter stakes, for the Takamatsu no Miya Kinen. And so for a ace sprint runner, pace chaser, Curren Chan is your girl. For anything else, it's okay. All right, now we're going to be talking about Titania Fine Motion, wedding fine motion, in other words, right? Very, very beautiful dress. Very, very cute. I love this design very, very much. Fine Motion is a very good mile, medium distance runner. She has like kind of weird growth rates in that she has 10% guts and 20% wit, but I mean, like, everyone wants wit, right? Wit's good. She's very flexible in that she could do mile, medium, long as well. If you're doing like a track blazer career, she probably would want to do triple TR, but if you could, you can raise her to be a long distance runner. Let's take a look at her victory animations and her unique skill. Very cute. Very happy. She has Snow White makeup. I don't know if Snow White's the right term, not really, but essentially it's just floating makeup, okay? Or I guess it's like Beauty and the Beast more like, right? Because you got like floating furniture with personality. Forget it. Anyway, Fine Motion Wedding Titania. Let's take a look at this. Best day ever. Best day ever is her unique skill. And it says, if well positioned late race on the final corner or later, increase velocity. If there's large distance left to the finish, also increase acceleration very slightly with perfect form. So she has velocity and acceleration. How much velocity, how much acceleration? Better velocity than Curren Chan, but worse acceleration here. Now, that being said, where does it activate? Well, the acceleration is only given if you have a race course where in the late race, on the final corner, there are at least 400 meters or 401 meters. There could be more, which is great, but basically, this is like a final corner acceleration, right? You get the speed, which is more, but you still get like pretty decent acceleration. Otherwise, if it's a shorter race, then all you're getting is like a speed boost, okay? When you hit the final corner. And I'm not too sure if that actually works out. We'll take a look, really. But as far as like when this is really good, it's pretty much going to be on like Tokyo 2400 meter. So this is Japanese Oaks, Tokyo Yushin, Japanese Derby, right? Final corner acceleration. I think this is perfect for that, for this racetrack. We also have this one, I believe this is 2000 meter Kyoto, and this is 2200 meter Queen Elizabeth II Cup. So this is the Shuka Show. And the reason why the Shuka Show is like somewhat relevant is because Fine Motion herself, for whatever reason, didn't really participate in the Japanese Oaks or the Oka Show, but she just came in swinging on the Shuka Show, was the #1 favorite to win, and won it. And she just won. So she swiped away the, I guess the last leg of the Triple Tiara. I don't know if we're on the verge of a Triple Tiara, but she swiped it, right? And this was in 2002. After that, she won the Queen Elizabeth II Cup, right? And since then, she kind of had more middling performances. She was really a huge favorite to win for most of her races, which is really crazy. Shuka Show and Queen Elizabeth Cup, back-to-back victories. Very, very prominent. Very cool. I would say her unique skill is not as good for the Queen Elizabeth Cup just because we have like such a distance between the late race and the final corner. Kind of similar story with the Shuka Show. Before like Tokyo Yushin, right? Anything where the final corner is where the late race pretty much starts, I can expect to see Fine Motion to be pretty decent here. That said, her unique skill isn't like too much to write home about, right? It's nice that it is speed and acceleration, but it's nothing crazy like Curren Chan for the tracks that she wants. That said though, Fine Motion has some really good other skills. She has firm conditions, which anyone is happy to have. She has head on, which is a pace chaser acceleration. kind of layer on top of best day ever, right? And you have like more ways to accelerate on when you enter that late race. She even has the gold version, neck and neck, right? Which is at the very end of her potential skills. Fall runner is very good green skill. It gives you just pure speed, right? We also have changing gears and mile corners. So like fine motion, her unique skill and mile corners with changing gears, it does seem like she's kind of designed and built more for a mile distance track. And in particular, it would be the Okusho Hanshin Juvenile Phillies Asahi High Mile Championship track in Hanshin, 1600 meters. You have the late race over here, which is on a final corner. And so you have like the perfect acceleration timing for her unique skill here. In reference to her attempt to win the Mile Championship twice, placing second one time, and also winning in Hanshin Sankei Sports High Hanshin Himba Stakes. Apparently, this Mile Championship took place in Kyoto, and this one as well, which is interesting. But yeah, fine motion. I would say for a mile distance racer, for a medium distance racer, she's a very solid racer. Not even just like a solid Oshi pick. I think she's just a solid racer. You have fall runner, you have neck and neck, you have mile corners given to you. You have head on if you don't want to invest in neck and neck, which is, you know, very, very well. Firm conditions, right? I mean, nothing is bad about this Uma, and not even that there's nothing bad about fine motion here. She has like a very well-rounded kit, I would say. It's just not like the best. It's not the best acceleration at the best timings for a lot of tracks, right? But she is very well-rounded, I would say. Let's talk about Haru Urara, the power card. Now, this card, I would say for a power card, she's pretty good. Let's take a look at Haru Urara, the SSR power card. I do not think this will make it so that you want to do the support card banner, right? It's not going to be a must pull by any means. But if you do get Haru Urara, then at 0 limit break, she's not that bad. You do have skill point bonus already. You have friendship bonus as well as mood effect, right? You have pretty decent friendship gauge. You even have 5% race bonus, which isn't bad. Initial power helps too, especially in a track blazer environment. If you get 1 limit break, you get another skill point bonus. That's 2 skill point bonus. And somehow, I don't know if you wail for this card, you have training effectiveness, mood effect, friendship bonus, 10% race bonus, right? She has really good passives. Really, really good passives. Okay, 2 skill point bonus. Like for a power card, she has really good passives as like a track blazer card, as a stat stick, as a skill point booster, right? So she's pretty good, but she's still a power card, unfortunately. So power cards are like, it's hard to ever say a power card is a must pull just because like it's seldom used. For her hints, she provides no skill hints. She cannot teach a skill. You will never learn a valuable skill with Haru Urara, apparently. But you do get stats, okay? And as far as like her gold skill that she provides from her events at the end of her chain, she provides hard worker, which isn't like, no, it's pretty bad. It's acceleration, but it's like you have to have an overtake target. It'll be a late surger, and it could activate at any point in time 5 seconds into the race. So it's not that great. But great passives. And for her chain events, she has energy or mood or a heal, right? And energy. So like this is like a very easy, very comfy card to use as what you would expect with Haru Urara, I would imagine, right? Charming off the first event too. Yes, you have a chance for charming, which is always very nice, right? You have a chance for charming. So very nice card, very comfy card. Is it a must pull? Absolutely not. It's a power card. But if you get like 0 LB, not too bad. 1 LB is pretty nice skill point bonus. And maximum break, if you're wailing for it, is also like, if you're running a power card, you might as well run this, I think. You know, you might as well. Moving on, you have Ikuno Dictus. It's not a Chinese dress. It's like, I don't know, the top kind of reminds me of it, but not really. Either way, very cute dress. Very, very pretty. And we have Beloved Orchid Bouquet. All right, let's take a look. Stamina card. Now, she does have a unique effect that is pretty unique. It says, the higher the total bond of all your supports is, the higher training effectiveness you'll gain. And so what does that mean? Well, if we take a look at game width, basically this passive has a cap of 20% training effectiveness. And this is going to give you 1 right? And I think this is a cap, right? This is a cap of 20, and then you get 1 for every 30 bond on all supports. So you have 6 supports, right? And you have basically 600 max total bond. And so if you have max bond, you'll have 20 training effectiveness. This is not feat card. It is not feat card. It is a stamina card. As far as the unique effect goes, it's not very good. It's a card that scales, and it scales off something like bond, which like you only really want 80 bond with all the Umas, and after that, it still takes a long time to like get everyone to max bond. And like, yeah, you'll get the 20 training effectiveness, but it just takes so long. Versus something like Narita Top Road, where you're racing so much, you're getting her passive up and running in its max capacity. Basically like a little into classic gear. Sometimes maybe before. I don't think it would be before, but a little into classic gear. Whereas this one is probably going to be like at the end of classic gear, you'll get the maximum effectiveness of this. Friendship bonus, race bonus, fine. Initial friendship gauge, mood effect. Like, nothing here is, like, really great. Even at 1 limit break, you get stamina bonus, who cares? And at maximum break, you get, like, hints. You don't... I mean, training effectiveness is there, but it scales, right? It's okay. You do have 10% race bonus, though, so... as far as the stamina card goes, she has a very interesting skill that she provides, and it's, like, a unique skill, sort of effectiveness, velocity skill, but at the cost of stamina, which could, like, I don't know, it's interesting, but I would say that this is probably just not very good. Not to mention, you have, like, a pretty low base duration, right? It's a very unique skill, for sure, but I don't think, unless, like, you're just building a lot of stamina, that this is, like, really worth it. As far as the hints that she provides, she has Late Surger Corners, Position Pilfer. These are the skills that you want. And, like, this is clearly like a skill hint card. Having just only 2 skills out of what, the 7 that she provides, it's not that great. Is that gold skill guaranteed? No, you could get white skill full throttle. So yeah, as far as like this card goes, it's not very good. I would never encourage anyone to roll for this or whale for it. Like, Haru Urara at least has, like, you know, 1 limit break, pretty nice. Maximum break, wow, okay, cool. Very nice passives, right? But Ikuno Dictus is just not a very good card at all. Unfortunate, because I do like her art. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Should you pull, like and subscribe, and use code MAMA for 10% off your gamer subs. I will see you all on the next one. Peace.